What up, world? Today, in the grand scheme of things, we're going to be talking about everything Destiny 2, going over the new season that's upcoming, and talking a little bit about the past season that we just went through, Season of the Worthy. If you weren't here on Friday, there was a crash that occurred, and this is what it looked like. It was a whole live event. It's pretty cool for Destiny 2, something different. But once the crash site hits, you can go down here next to Zavala and you can pick up an emblem once you inspect the crash site. But yeah, diving right into it, it looks like Eris and Drifter have gone to this new planet, and it looks like it's based around the pyramids. And they both have gone, I don't know if you've seen the trailer, but looks like they've gone separately. And maybe somehow or another they end up meeting in the new season somewhere, hopefully for good, possibly for bad. We're really not sure. But if you notice around the tower, it looks like everything's starting to build up. They have construction going on both sides. So I'm wondering what's going to go on in the tower. It's definitely got me intrigued and trying to figure out what's coming up for this next season. But for me, the last season, Season of the Worthy, was pretty cool. I actually enjoy Trials. I'm a big PvP player. For a lot of people that are PvE players, it was kind of a down or maybe a slower season for them. But I'm so excited for this new season because it looks like Trials is going to continue to go on. And as Trials continues to go on, it keeps me interested. And I love the PvE part also. But yeah, if you were able to play Trials and go flawless and get the flawless emblem, it was pretty fun to get and pretty hard to get actually. Fellwinter's Lie is definitely still out there. It's a pretty good gun. Came out in Destiny 1. They brought it back. Throw Icarus Grip on here, and I enjoy using it. I'm not a big shotgun person, but if it's almost imperative to use it right now because everybody seems to be using it. But it looks like in the new season they may be retiring gear or just cap locking it or level locking it. So as we go through and you get new gear, anything that's light level based, it may cap out at like 1,010 or something like that and stop you from using it or just not as useful once we go on into the new season. So that's something new that's coming, retiring gear. Also, the new season, Season of the Stranger, is something that we've been through before. I guess if you want to say in Destiny 1, we did meet the Stranger, and we did, we were able to get the Stranger's rifle, or the pulse rifle, which came back a little bit in this, different title for it, but yeah, so as we go through, we're going to continue to talk about a lot of different things, Destiny 2 and Season of the Stranger. There is a lot of stuff like light level and the cap for me. I'm thinking right now we're at 1010, so it's a possibility that we may go at 1040 as the cap, and then being able to rank up your artifact. You know, some people may get up to 1060, 1070, 1080, and possibly even 1100. So we'll see how that continues to go. And just thinking on it and enjoying this season, for me, like I said, it was one of the better seasons. They brought us Seraph Towers, we had Trials, we had a few different things, a lot of different guns and gear that were available. Digging a little bit more into it, we do know that the pyramids are going to be the basis of the new season, Season of the Stranger, bringing hopefully new enemies, new gear, and a ton of new weapons. But I did a little bit more research and a little bit of digging and found this lore that kind of stood out to me. And if you tab over and go to lores, tab down, and I believe it's a letter to Eris or a letter from Eris of some sort, letter from Eris. And it shows in regarding nightmares, if you scroll halfway down, it says, "I cannot shake the feeling that we are being toyed with, that these nightmares are a hindrance to our goal. We must not lose sight of what they are guarding. Perhaps they wish to make us question ourselves and the will to fight, to overcome. Now I live in the darkness for years, barely escaping with my life. The toll it took on me to refortify myself is something I refuse to experience again. If the pyramid is indeed testing us, it will find that we are more than up for the challenge. The pyramid has also spawned another entity, one that has presented a different kind of danger. It does not attempt to harm me physically. Instead, it seeks to wage psychological warfare, a battlefield I have lived on. The pyramid have the gall to send Sayamoto before me, devoid of her corporal form, hoping to shake my resolve. Now, if you read this, and you can read the rest on your own time if you like, but if you read this and you see Sayamoto is, if you can remember, we repaired a necklace for Eris in one of her bounties, and as we repaired it for her, she says once we give it to her that basically maybe it was one of her friends or somebody that she knew, and she was either taken over by the demons or something to where she was ripped from her physical form and made into some bigger and stronger entity. So I'm guessing that maybe she's somebody we're gonna fight. Maybe she's somebody we're trying to rip back out of her and give her soul back. But I guess we'll see. But one last thing that I do want to mention is Powerful Friends. There is word that Powerful Friends is going to get a buff or a nerf on Tuesday. So if you have just gotten it within the last couple of weeks, or if you've always had it, it's been pretty good for you. The 20 plus mobility, you're able to get 100 if you have good gear. Mine is at 184.93 on the intellect. It's definitely something that is useful, and it helps out a lot in PvE and in PvP. But hopefully they don't do anything crazy to it. I'll be waiting around to see what they do to it, along with all the other stuff that they're going to be updating. I'm very excited for it. But again, please like, comment, subscribe. This is Grand Skeeem. I'll continue to make one each and every week, or videos each and every week. And yeah, Grand Skeeem out.